Hey friends, welcome to your Thursday edition of Hot News. Yes, it looks exactly the same as the one from yesterday because we're recording them on the same day because we had so much news that we have to we couldn't put it all in one episode. And then secondly, we have to get ahead because this upcoming week, it's a long weekend because the Friday before and the Monday after Easter are public holidays in South Africa for some reason. I don't know, as an American, it boggles my mind because Sunday's the holiday and then Friday and Monday. Anyways, I'm not gonna go there. Anyways, let's talk about today's video sponsor, which is our website, UFD Deals. You see, my friends, if you're looking to buy some sweet computer parts for Easter and put them in eggs and then hide them around places, I don't know what you're gonna do with your time or with your money or with your parts, but if you wanted to do that, you could go to UFD Deals and find the best deals on the tech products that you're looking for, whether it be monitors, RAM, SSDs, CPUs, graphics cards, whatever you want. We try to find the best deals on the internet, put it in one location. It's an affiliate link program, so we make money for everything that you buy, and then you save money because we're trying to bring you the best deals. So it works out. UFD Deals, links in the video description. Check it out. Let's go ahead and move on over into Radeon Navi news, my friends. This is gonna be an AMD heavy episode because there have been leaks coming out. This is stuff that's been kind of floating out on the internet from 4chan. Obviously, there's been some confirmation of what Navi is going to be thanks to the interview that was done between Sony and Wired about how Navi is actually going to be coming out. Then earlier in the week, we had the AMD Gonzalo APU news, which showed that the Navi GPU is running at 1.8 gigahertz. And then if we take a look at this new Navi rumor, it's somewhere in the same vein. So the rumor, at least initially, is that it's going to bring us 1080 level performance while being priced at $260. It's going to have the memory bandwidth of a Vega 56, and it's going to have a TDP of 150 watts using 8 gigabytes of GDDR6, and it will be something pretty delicious. And it's going to be using new technology such as AMD's Draw Stream Binning Rasterizer and with next generation geometry, and have a boost clock of 1.8 gigahertz. That's particularly interesting because of the APU news that we had earlier in the week. It's also supposed to have a 2 times increase in L1 cache size and 3.76 kilobytes of L2 cache. So that is pretty intriguing. Obviously, this isn't exactly something that you should hang your hat on, but it is more interesting given the news that has come out recently and all of the Navi information that seems to be fumbling out of people's mouths, either whether it's official coming from Sony or it's, just leaked 3D Mark submissions or even this. So it's curious. GTX 1080 level performance, $259. This is actually the rumor that we heard way back last year. I was in the States when I made a video about this. I was still traveling. I think it was in my dad's garage when I made that video. Anyways, yeah, $250, or I might have been in his dinner table. Anyways, that's not the point. $250 for 1080 level performance seemed pretty far-fetched back then, but now considering that, it's that's RTX 2070 level performance for cheaper, and apparently it's also supposed to have ray tracing. Which, even with the PlayStation news that Navi's gonna have ray tracing as an official support thing, I just have to wonder how effective that's going to be considering that GTX cards now have ray tracing. So it's not this super special thing. It seems more like a buzzword at this point, even more so than what NVIDIA made it as because they at least shipped dedicated hardware for it. It seems to be the next VR. We have ray tracing ready stuff. You could just look freaking outside and everything's ray traced. Look, it's global illumination is happening right now. Stop looking at the screens and look outside at the trees, my friends, okay? My computer screen's ray traced, the actual outside, because it's having the lights reflecting and refracting, and it doesn't matter. Not the point. Ray tracing on Navi, if they ray trace 2 objects in a game, it's ray traced, which, if it's not fully ray traced, which I doubt it would be because it doesn't have the computing hardware horsepower. Mix those 2 words together. It's not gonna have that. So, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the best ray tracing that you could possibly imagine, but it'll be there apparently. And then let's go ahead and talk about AMD's 50th anniversary coming up on May 1st. Yay, AMD surviving 50 years of being the underdog. The couple years on top in between, a lot of mismanagement. We actually did a video about this. You can check that out right up there. We dug through the history of AMD's successes and follies, and yeah, that was a while ago. We did that video. Anyways, so 50th anniversary celebrations happening at an open house in Canada of all places, Canada. Why would anybody want to go there? Anyways, May the 3rd, AMD's having an open house event, so if you want to actually attend, you can go there. You can check the link in the video description to see, does it fit in your schedule? Anyways, alongside of that, we have new announcements of the 50th anniversary products that they're going to be unveiling. Because, my friends, as much as we want Navi and Ryzen 3000, what we're actually going to get is a 50th anniversary Ryzen 7 2700X, with no details on whether or not it's going to have an increased clock speed, whether it's just going to be special packaging, whether or not it's just going to disappoint all of our hopes and dreams because we wanted Ryzen 3000. That one's at least a yes. But not only are we going to get a brand new 50th anniversary CPU, what we're also going to be getting is a 50th anniversary RX 590. At least there's been a leak of the Sapphire Nitro Plus 50th anniversary edition. It is the gaudiest thing that you could possibly imagine, even worse than the 2080 Ti Hall of Fame edition with the Burger King crown. This thing is just like, that's going to go really well with the G.Skill Royal Gold RAM. Yeah, except for this is worse. I don't like it at all. What do you guys think about it? But then also there has been an unveiling of a Gigabyte motherboard that's going to be an X470 50th anniversary edition. So not only are we going to get a new CPU, we're going to get a new graphics card, and we're going to get a new motherboard, all in the veins of 50th anniversary edition, which is pretty cool. Just not the things that we were hoping for, because as is a new rumor that's also coming out sort of related to Navi, is that it's going to be unveiled at E3 and not Computex. This one, I don't trust at all, but I'll just tell you guys anyways. The rumor at this point is that Navi's supposed to come out on July 7th because it's 7.7 and 7 nanometers. Cool, so instead of announcing it at Computex, where Lisa Su is confirmed to be the keynote speaker, they're somehow going to launch it at E3 on June 12th to the 14th, where AMD doesn't have a confirmed presence, Sony has no confirmed presence, and it's just going to be Microsoft. So Microsoft is going to unveil their new console there and talk about Navi. It doesn't make any sense. I don't buy this one for a second. Computex makes a whole lot more sense to unveil Navi than E3 does, at least in my opinion. We already got the Sony PlayStation news. Unless Sony was trying to get ahead of the story because Microsoft is going to unveil the new generation of consoles with Navi at E3, I really doubt this is going to happen. But only one way to find out, and that's by waiting. And you know who else likes to wait? People who play No Man's Sky, because they waited years for it to be good. But now it actually has Vulkan support. So if you are on an AMD graphics card, you should be getting better power, because Vulkan actually really utilizes AMD cards pretty well. So cool, fast frame rate in No Man's Sky, hopefully, at least. I'm not sure if it's actually, we'll see. Anyways, you know what we will see as well? The defeat of PewDiePie to T-Series. And you know who's on the T-Series support train? Intel, because they're releasing T-Series CPUs. It's messed up, okay? You got the 9900T, the 9700T, the 9600T. What's with these T-Series CPUs, Intel? Anyways, the real point behind them is that they're 35-watt TDP chips that are based off of the full TDP version. So the 9900T is 8 core, 16 threads, but instead of a 5 gigahertz boost clock, it's 2.1 gigahertz base and a 4.4 gigahertz boost. Wow, that was hard to say. And then similar down the line, since it's lower TDP, it's also lower clock speeds, but roughly based on the full SKU original. Gosh dang it. Don't be a lasagna, Intel. Don't be a lasagna, or I'll have to eat you and then say congratulations. And then TSMC is going to begin production of 7 nanometer EUV lithography in June of this year. In case you're not familiar, 7 nanometer EUV has already been started by Samsung, and TSMC is currently on 7 nanometers. It's just not EUV, which is extreme ultraviolet lithography. So it's going to be slightly different, but then there's been the indication that Zen 3, which is going to come after Zen 2 Plus, so in 2021 is when we should expect it. Anyways, that's going to be on the new 7 nanometer plus EUV lithography from TSMC, because it's going to give a 20% increase in transistor density and bring some more efficiency, so that Zen 3 will actually be a decent step up over the Zen 2 architecture that we should be getting sometime later this year. But speaking of new architecture, have you as a human ever wanted to be genetically modified in a way that gives you superpowers? Cool, because now we're actually starting with that. I mean, at least at the very low levels, because it's been confirmed that CRISPR gene editing has begun its first human trials in the US. It's starting off with some cancer patients to hopefully help them with their bodies actually being able to fight off the cancer. So this is a huge step in so many different things. You could go the fact that it can be used to heal people. Gene editing therapy is going to be something amazing. As somebody whose child is struggling with what we believe to be a genetic disorder. We're still waiting on tests to come back for that. This could be something that actually gives us hope for treatment in the future and not just be like, he has a genetic disorder, there's nothing we can do. But then there's also the avenues of like, this could turn people into things that aren't resembling humans, and like this is body modification, and this is biohacking. Like it could go down that route. So this is a really intriguing time to be alive. It's going to be great for medicine. It's going to be really interesting for like humans and how do we define people when like they might have edited their DNA to be something that we couldn't even fathom was close to our own. Anyways, a lot of complications and implications, which we also have from stars taking down tweets and violating the DMCA protocol, because Torrent Freak, which is a website that publishes news on torrents and kind of just talks about the current state of piracy, they tweeted out about how some certain Star shows were available on torrents. They didn't provide the links for the torrents. They just said that, hey, it's available, which led to Stars issuing asking Twitter to issue a DMCA takedown against the tweet, which then got everybody in an uproar, being like, nobody violated your copyright. They mentioned people are violating your copyright. Stop being a bunch of buttholes. To which Stars basically responded, hey, we like to be buttholes when it's necessary. This time we were wrong. Suck it up. We're going to try this again later. Not really an apology. That's me paraphrasing. You can read what it is on the screen, but essentially they're not apologizing. They were just like, whoops, abuse of power. Sorry, sometimes we have to protect our copyright and things get caught in the crossfire, which is not how this is supposed to work. There's the huge issue with YouTube's broken content ID system, and now it looks like Twitter is overstepping some boundaries, especially thanks to giant corporations like Stars. It's a little all messed up. Then, for some reason, out of sequence stuff, Horizon Zero Dawn has been teased. So the actress who voiced somebody in the Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds expansion said, it's incredible. Wait till you see the sequel. You're gonna die. I know some secrets. You're gonna die. That makes me sad because I want to see it. I don't want to die. I really liked Horizon Zero Dawn. It was a fun game. Anyways, you do more leaks. Pixel 4. We got Pixel 4 leaks of code names being called Coral, and just it's showing up. And on top of the fact that we've already had leaks of what could have been the Snapdragon 855 combined with the Pixel 4, we're expecting this in 6 months because the Pixel drops sometime in October. So cool. I mean, we're supposed to be getting the Pixel 3a sometime soon. That one was leaked in one of the Avengers trailers. So the Google leaks, pretty busy. And then lastly, let's close off with the most beastly graphics card finally is coming out. Reviews are starting to pop up, and it's the ASUS GeForce RTX 2080 Ti ROG Matrix Platinum. This thing is insane. In case you haven't seen it, it has a water cooler built into the shroud. So it's actually a hybrid cooling solution with the fans on top. It has the liquid cooler and the radiator making direct contact and then expelling through the fans, or the fans blowing air through it and expelling it. It's a pretty ingenious solution, at least according to Tech Power Up's review of it. It's the fastest 2080 Ti that they've ever touched. It's just likely to cost nearly $2,000. So that's fun. Mining pricing on a card that's actually pretty cool. I'm actually super impressed with it, what ASUS has accomplished here. Anyways, that's the end of hot news today. Let me know what you thought about all of the stuff, the Navi rumors, the 50th anniversary stuff. I want to hear from you down in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Get subscribed to this channel as well as our dedicated hot news channel, where some of these articles have already come out as dedicated videos and you are just now finding out about them now on this channel, but you could have found out about them a while ago because we released them. Anyways, that's up there. Don't forget to check out our website, UFD Deals, to save money on tech products around the internet. And that's it. I'm Brett with the UFD Tech channel. I'll see your smiley faces again in the next video. Love you too. Bye.